Incredible classic there from Midnight Oil, Turganini, KAOI 95.1, 97.7 West Side. It's 8:33 on a Tuesday morning, and it's your radio buddy Jack here up until whenever I want to leave. No, about noon or so. And as promised, in the studio right now, Gunars Valkirs, who's the CEO and founder of Maui Kauai Estate Chocolate. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, doing fantastic. Now, you're pretty much the complete definition of being an entrepreneur.
Well, yeah, I did a lot of that in California. I started a medical diagnostics company and became very successful, and we sold it for a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I thought I would move to Maui and live here a quiet life, but it didn't turn out that way.
You have the love of chocolate in your blood.
I do, yeah. It really, chocolate making reminds me very much like making wine. The processes are very similar, technical, and I thought I'd be a winemaker someday when I retired, but I decided to move to Maui, and you can't really make great wine on Maui. I know they're trying, but there's a big problem with that.
Yeah, you pretty much have to live up country and
that, but also there's only 13 hours of daylight.
Yeah.
And that is a big problem for maturing grapes.
Yes, right. And it took the process quite a while up country as well.
Yeah.
But growing the cacao plant, now you had mentioned that that takes 7 years to mature?
Well, the trees are 3 years to the first fruit, right, when they're in the ground, but that really takes about another 4 or 5 years for the trees to mature to the point where they're in full production.
Well, it really caught my attention when I found out the proceeds of a lot of things you do go towards the Maui Food Bank. And I mentioned to you, I also do Channel 2 News. And I did the news story on this. As soon as I ran into the story, I thought, wow, this is very giving. It's just a very special situation. And you have something else.
Right. So initially, the mission of the company is to give 100% of our net profit back to the Maui nonprofit community. That is the mission. It's always been that way because my wife and I feel like we need to give back to this community. We've actually been doing it for more than 10 years through our family foundation, Makana Aloha Foundation. But we wanted to extend that and create a business that was profitable and give away the profits. So right now, because of COVID, we don't have any profits. Right, so what we've done, obviously, it's affecting a lot of people on Maui, more than any other island, I think. But what we've done is we started a tasting series where we offer tastings at our open-air pavilion. It's 2,000 square feet. We can handle up to 30 people with complete social distancing, and it's open air. It's not inside, but it is shaded. It's got a roof over it. And we can offer those tastings to people that would sign up under the Maui Food Bank logo or that particular tasting, and they pay $15 per person. All of the money goes to the Maui Food Bank, right? We don't keep any of that. So that's a benefit to the community. But then we have a new program. We just launched on Friday. We call it Chocolate Laulima. And it's a way to engage all nonprofits, not just on Maui, but throughout Hawaii. And if they sign up to the program, we'll give them a web page on our website, and we'll offer some products that we're offering on their web page. That if their supporters go to their web page and buy those products, then that organization will get 40% of the retail price returned to them on a monthly basis. So that's a pretty good give back, and we can do it because those particular products have a fairly good profit margin. So we're basically giving away almost all of our profit margin back to the nonprofits.
Amazing. Yeah, and the nonprofits, I've worked with so many on this island, making our island pretty much self-sufficient.
Yeah, and they have a difficult time right now because many of their fundraising events were in-person events.
Yes.
So they can't really hold any of those anymore. So they're all scrambling for ways to raise money just to continue their operations, much less start anything new, right? So this is a way that if they do well and they promote the program, if they sell 1,000 bags at $50 a bag, that's $50,000 of gross revenue, but they get 20,000 of that returned. Right, so it's a potential significant moneymaker for any nonprofit in Maui and Hawaii. So we also have statewide organizations that have signed on.
Well, you should have nonprofits lined up.
Well, we have. We got 12 in the first week.
Oh,
I've solicited another 20, and I've got half a dozen of those signed up. We haven't announced those yet, but I do expect that we'll be somewhere around the 40 to 50 in terms of the number of nonprofits that will be in this program. And hopefully they'll all be promoting it actively, and they'll all be benefiting.
Chocolate for a good cause.
Yeah.
That is so well. And your website is mauichocolate.com.
MauiChocolate.com, right. So if you go to MauiChocolate.com, the Chocolate La Lima program, which is La Lima means to work cooperatively together. That's what we're doing with the nonprofits, and that's the signature program that we're promoting right now and will be promoting for quite some time. We don't expect this to end. We think it'll be open-ended and just continue to go on.
That's great. Yeah, I was talking to Ashley Cooper, who's a sales manager.
Yes.
And she brought me a tasting, a very gracious bag of chocolate. And I was able to share it with my wife. And it was just so good. There was a moment where you're just all quiet.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know how long ago that was, but we have a new product that just came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Maui mango. It's dark chocolate flavored with Maui mango that's grown on our farm. And it's a particular mango called a mapulehu, which has an extraordinary flavor. So we puree it when it's at the peak of ripeness, and I send the puree to the mainland where a company makes a powder for me that they return to me and I use to flavor the chocolate. Everybody that tastes it thinks it's like unbelievably, reminiscent of fresh mango, plus chocolate, of course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a combination.
But, yeah, it's a great combination.
That's just amazing what you put together. Did you, when you came over here, did you see this happening? I mean, was it just something in the back of your head? You know what I could do here?
No, not at all. I mean, we came over and we established the Family Foundation, and that was our method of giving back to the community. And I was largely retired in kite surfing, just sort of enjoying Maui and everything it has to offer. And then I got restless, maybe 5 years in, right around 2013. And I decided to start a hobby, which was the cacao farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the hobby grew into something that was going to be very expensive.
How many acres?
We have 50 acres leased. We have 20 fully planted, and we intend to plant the next 30 in the next few years. But that is a very expensive. Farming cacao is not a business that can be profitable if you are just selling the raw agricultural commodity. So I had to make a decision in 2016 to start a chocolate factory because it was the only way to make a business out of it. Then I had to decide, well, what am I going to do with the money? I don't really need the money, although I put a lot more money into this than I ever expected. So my wife and I decided basically let's give it all back to the community. So 100% of the net profits going back. We don't have, as I said earlier, a profit right now, but we're giving back in other ways. That's why Chocolate La Lima came into being, and as well as the Maui Food Bank tastings.
Well, it's incredible, especially during this time.
Yeah.
That you're able to do this.
Well, I just feel we have to. I mean, if you can, you need to do something.
Well, everybody is, and you're doing more than I would ever expect somebody to do. So that's incredible. And I think you have the only cacao farm on Maui, right?
No, there are smaller ones. Most of them are in Hana, and there's fairly small family, plots. I think maybe a few hundred trees at most. We have 7,000 trees. Plus, when we fully plant out all 50 acres, we'll have 18,000 trees.
Wow, something else. Hey, we have a taste of chocolate for everybody out there too. And this is a 10-bar gift tower. And also the Maui Mango Dark Chocolate 18-piece gift box. And this is, it's like almost $100 worth of chocolate.
Yeah,
So,
and the Maui Mango is really special, as I said earlier. It's unbelievable.
chocolate by itself is just, you've enhanced chocolate. That's crazy. So you know what? If you'd like to win that, I will take the fifth caller at 242-7800. The fifth caller at 242-7800. A whole lot of chocolate, courtesy of Maui Kuia Estate Chocolate. And thank you very much for coming in, Gunars. It's an exciting adventure you have going on. A very, very high-spirited entrepreneurship that you brought to the Valley Isle. And I hope you have much more success and this thing just expands like you can't believe.
We hope so.
All
yeah,
right.
thank you.
Thank you very much, Gunnars. And I am going to take a break. We got a niner coming your way. I'm going on the phone because it's exploding. KAOI 95.1.
This is KAOI FM 95.1 and 97.7 on the west side, part of a 6-station radio group owned by Vision.